Hey everybody, so last night Jon David had a good night, and then he had an even better day. He decided to cooperate with what the doctors wanted him to do, and so he is now off the paralytic and moving a little bit, which is awesome. However, he is still very heavily sedated. That was one of the things that they wanted to try and make sure, in order to keep his metabolic demand down and kind of keep him from being stressed out, they increased his sedation and actually changed his sedation agent from fentanyl, which he was starting to get really tolerant to morphine. And so that's been kind of their way of easing him off the paralytic. Now, he also had some small vent changes or weans. So I think last night I told y'all that he had gone above protocol. He'd gone above what they typically go for on the vent for kiddos. And so today they ended up making a switch on his vent and moved some stuff around, and he started responding to it a lot better. And so now they've actually been able to get him back to, he's still at the max of where protocol is, but he's back within protocol range. So it's good that he's actually been able to come down 2 steps. So that is good news. He is taking a step in the right direction, and we are going to celebrate that. Anytime he takes it doesn't matter how small a baby step, if he takes a step in the right direction, we're celebrating it. So we're going to praise the Lord on all of this. I know that many of y'all have been praying for this, so thank y'all so much. These are praise reports. Y'all want to share them with somebody, share them with somebody, because they are praise reports. He also, because he responded well to the vent, his carbon dioxide, his CO2 came down. It was a little too high and was making his blood acidic, and which is not good for his heart. And that was why it was such a concern yesterday that he was not being able to get his carbon dioxide down. And so that is why it's such a big deal that he responded well to these vent changes and is doing a lot better. Because if he had not been, then it would have been harder to come off the paralytic, and then him coming off the paralytic helps them because now he's able to contribute with the breathing. And so then that's kind of the key to us moving forward and getting him to work his way down on the vent settings, so that way he can start working his way toward extubation of getting the vent tube out. Now, he also had an echo today, which this came out with some wonderful news. His right ventricle and his left ventricle are both functioning normally. He still has the moderate hypertrophy in the right ventricle, which is just where that muscle has thickened, but that's going to take a good little while to fix itself. It is not going to be an overnight fix. It didn't get created that way in a short amount of time. It's not going to go away in a short amount of time. The good news is that he has the function back, so the function looks good, and it is normal. It's just going to take some time for that muscle to work its way back down and relax back and not be so thick. He also had his first chest tube taken out today, and he's got a second chest tube that should be coming out tomorrow. Now, the theory is they were thinking possibly infection, but it didn't really fit with him having all the antibiotics, especially like the super strong ones, and his white blood cell count still going up. And so what they're thinking is that he's having an inflammatory response, which is quite rare for them to kind of have this, apparently, where his body just doesn't like the foreign material of something in there, possibly the chest tubes. And so they're going to take these out and see if he will lower his white blood cell count, and as well as his other inflammatory markers, which will basically confirm that it is an inflammatory response. So that's what we're hoping for. That being said, that's pretty much all of Jon David's day. He, again, has had a busy day and a good day, and he has taken some strides forward. So we're praying that that will continue and that we'll have some more good news for you tomorrow. Hunter had himself a good day staying with Nana and wanting to be like Daddy and grow a mustache and be a good old North Carolinian and drink Sun-Drop by the 2-liter bottle. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, thank you to everybody who has been sending up prayers, who supported us in any way, reached out, checked in with us. If you've done anything at all during all of this, just thank you so much. Hopefully we'll have some good news for you tomorrow. Y'all keep choosing hope daily, and y'all have a good night. God bless.
God is in this story. God is in the details.
Talk with it on. Talk. Say, hey, Mom and Daddy.
Hey, Mom and Daddy out the song.
I got a mustache.
And then mother's.
And Jon David, tell everybody bye-bye.